There will be no warning sirens, no countdown on a screen, no final announcement telling the world to prepare. It will happen in a moment so sudden, so precise, that everything familiar will be interrupted without permission. The Lord will return, suddenly. And when that moment comes, it will not ask if you were expecting it. It will reveal if you were ready to meet Him. Because readiness is not built in panic, it is revealed in truth. Right now, life moves at a steady pace. People wake up, go to work, make plans, scroll through endless distractions, and assume tomorrow will look just like today. That quiet assumption is what makes this warning so serious. Not because people reject God loudly, but because they ignore Him quietly. Jesus spoke about this kind of moment. He said His return would be like lightning, visible, undeniable, and impossible to ignore. And yet, before that flash, everything would feel normal, just like in the days of Noah. People were not unaware, they were unconcerned. They heard the warnings, saw the signs, but continued living as if nothing would ever change, until suddenly, everything did. The rain came, the door closed, and the opportunity to respond was gone. That door did not close out of anger, it closed because time had run out. And that same pattern is unfolding again. The world is louder than ever, yet spiritually quieter than it should be. Truth is often replaced with opinions. Faith is treated like a label instead of a lifestyle. Many claim belief, but live without surrender. And slowly, without realizing it, hearts drift into distance from God. This is not rebellion in its obvious form. This is something more subtle. It is delay. Delay tells you there is still time. Delay convinces you that you can return to God later, when life feels more convenient. But the danger is not in rejecting God outright. It is in assuming you can choose Him whenever you want. Because the moment He returns, choice will no longer be available. Only the result of the choices already made. Are you ready to meet Him? Not in theory, but in reality. Because meeting Jesus is not just an event, it is an encounter with truth itself. Every excuse fades, every hidden thing is revealed, not to shame you, but to expose what was real and what was only appearance. And this is why the call is so clear. Trust in Him now. Trust is more than belief. It is surrender. It is recognizing that you cannot carry your own salvation, that your strength, your effort, your good intentions are not enough to bridge the gap between you and God. Only Jesus can do that, and He already has. Through the cross, He made a way for you to be forgiven, restored, and brought into a relationship with God that is real and alive, not based on performance, but on grace. But grace is not something you casually accept and then ignore. Grace transforms. It changes your direction. It shifts your heart. It creates a desire to walk with God, not just acknowledge Him. It pulls you away from what separates you from Him and draws you into something deeper, something eternal. This is what it means to be ready. Not perfect, but aligned. Not flawless, but surrendered. Because when Jesus comes, there will be a separation. Not between those who looked religious and those who didn't, but between those who truly belonged to Him and those who kept Him at a distance. Those who trusted Him enough to follow Him, and those who delayed until there was no time left. And for those who are ready, that moment will not be terrifying. It will be the fulfillment of everything they hoped for. The moment they see Him, not through faith, but face to face. The moment where peace replaces every fear and eternity begins in the presence of the one they chose. But for others, it will be a realization that cannot be undone. That is why this message matters, not to create fear, but to awaken truth. Because right now, you still have time. Time to stop delaying. Time to stop living on the edge of faith without stepping fully into it. Time to respond to the quiet voice that has been calling you back. God is not trying to leave you behind. He is inviting you to come closer. So don't ignore this moment. Don't treat this as just another message. Let it reach your heart. The Lord will return suddenly. Jesus is coming soon. Trust in Him now. And when that moment comes, you won't be caught off guard. You will be ready.